what's up, everyone? I'm Frank Kalman, Senior Editor of Workforce Magazine and moderator of Workforce Live. We have the pleasure today to be talking to Chris Jenkins, who's the Director of Talent Acquisition at Chicago-based K-Cura. Chris is speaking at our Chicago Workforce Live event coming up on October 22nd at the Hard Rock Hotel. Chris, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking.
Awesome. So, Chris, you are a recruiter at K-Cura, which is an e-discovery technology firm. And just curious kind of how you kind of got into recruiting in HR and how you got involved with K-Cura.
Okay. Well, I'm dating myself here, but I fell into recruiting almost 20 years ago. I started my career right out of college in an outside sales role and found pretty quickly that I didn't like being out in the sales territory by myself and wanted some interaction with other people. And I had a couple friends that were already in the recruiting business. And so I interviewed with a tech.com recruiting business back in 1998 by the name of Hall Kenyon. And I did the headhunting side for about 8 years. And when the downturn happened in the early 2000s, I decided to go on the inside of recruiting, and I joined Deloitte Consulting. I held various roles there, and at the end, I ended up leading recruiting for 3 different practices for Deloitte: a systems integration, which is all custom development, a Deloitte digital practice, which was their digital agency, and then also a public sector practice. At that time, I decided that I wanted to kind of broaden out my skills a little bit. I was overseeing just experience hire recruiting at Deloitte, and that's when the opportunity at K-Cura came up. And I've been at K-Cura in the head of recruiting role for the last 2.5 years.
Very cool. So the talk that you're giving at Workforce Live on October 22nd is all around kind of growth. You know, K-Cura startup, back in 2006, early 2000s, has really expanded a lot recently. What are some of the themes and big topics that you're planning to address in your talk at Workforce Live?
Yeah, I think the biggest topic is, so I joined almost 3 years ago, and since then we've doubled in size from 250 people to 500. And what I think has made K-Cura a very successful software company is our culture. And what I want to speak about is how you maintain that culture in a fast-growing software company through selection, through performance management, and also through the development of your people, to not forget about what is the core kind of heartbeat that drives your culture. So I'm going to speak about that in detail.
And what would you think is like the biggest takeaway that you hope attendees learn from your talk at the event?
I think the biggest the takeaway is that you have to have a leadership team that believes in a company culture, and it needs to start at the top and funnel down from there. And you got to be entrenched in culture. Culture is not something you can create. It needs to be something that comes from within the organization.
Awesome. So we'll look forward to hearing the totality of your talk in just a few weeks here. So, Chris, real quick, before we let you go, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you to give us, one fun fact about you. What's something you like to do outside of work that people should know about?
Well, I guess since you're interviewing me the day after the marathon, I am a marathon runner. Unfortunately, I did not get the opportunity to run yesterday, but I'm looking forward to get back into training mode and running a marathon here very soon.
Yeah, very cool. I actually ran the marathon last year, so I didn't run yesterday either, but it was pretty cool taking it in and seeing everybody, out there accomplishing a big goal. So.
Yeah, it's definitely a great event. One of my team members ran yesterday and said it was a tough day with the heat and the wind.
Yeah, hopefully they took the day off today.
Yeah, she's a trooper. She's actually here today. So. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, Chris, thanks so much for joining us today. We look forward to hearing more from you and in your talk on October 22nd at Workforce Live. We'll see you then.
Sounds good. Thanks, Frank.